Keep yourself updated with the most recent financial news. 3 direct checks are scheduled to be released tomorrow. This could be important if you get VA, SSI, or Social Security benefits. This video will discuss who is eligible. Find out if you qualify for these direct checks, what requirements you must fulfill, and how much you may anticipate receiving. Learn more about the amounts being distributed and what to anticipate seeing in significant dates and timetables for your account. Find out the precise release dates and the estimated time of payment receipt. How to ensure that you receive your payment instructions to guarantee that your money gets to you without issue problems that affect your benefits, as they are now recognize the potential effects of these direct checks on your current benefits and the anticipated adjustments. This is an important update that could have a big impact on your finances, so make sure you are completely. Tomorrow is a historic day for Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI beneficiaries who are well informed and ready for what lies ahead. Veterans Affairs SSDI VA perks for senior citizens. In a historically significant step across the nation, 3 different direct checks are slated to be sent concurrently, which could give people who qualify a significant financial boost. This announcement comes at a critical moment when many Americans are struggling financially as a result of rising living expenses, persistent ambiguity, and the after effects of previous world events. The purpose of these direct checks is to help and support people who are most in need. The first payment is an additional check for the cost of Social Security. Living Modification, or COLA. All current Social Security retirement survivors and disability beneficiaries are eligible for this additional COLA, which is intended to fill the gap between current benefits and the anticipated rise for the upcoming year. The amount will vary depending on your existing benefit amount. Most recipients should anticipate receiving a payment equal to roughly 3% of their annual benefit. Receiving this payout requires no action on the part of based on your current benefit information. The Social Security Administration will automatically calculate and transfer the funds. The second payment is the Veterans Affairs VA Economic Impact Payment, which is intended exclusively for veterans and their beneficiaries who receive pension benefits and VA compensation. This one-time contribution acknowledges the particular difficulties veterans have encountered throughout the recent economic turmoil. The amount varies depending on certain circumstances, with pension beneficiaries for handicapped soldiers, surviving spouses, dependent children, and caretakers all possibly qualifying for various sums, like the third and final payment of this historic triple award, the COLA supplement. Most eligible persons won't need to take any action to obtain this payment, as the VA will automatically process and distribute the monies based on their records. Disbursement of the Emergency Relief Fund is called Release. This payout is made from a recently established Government Emergency Relief Fund, which has a broader scope than the prior 2 grants intended to assist seniors from low-income families, SSI beneficiaries, disabled people who might not be eligible for SSDI, low-income families with children, and jobless people who have used up all of their usual unemployment benefits. The sum fluctuates according on the recipient circumstances. It's important to realize that although these payments might be a welcome relief, they are often one-time disbursements. While the majority of beneficiaries will receive the monies immediately, some may need to apply through a special government portal, and ought to be utilized carefully. Prioritizing necessary expenses is advised by financial experts. Accumulating or increasing emergency funds, paying off high-interest debt, making necessary home repairs, or investing in one's health. Since every person's financial circumstances are different, speaking with a professional counsel might be helpful if you're unclear on how to handle these cash. If you don't get the payment you think you're supposed to, don't panic because of the size of this distribution. A few administrative problems or delays over the next week, keep a watch on your mail or bank account. If you haven't received your payment by then, get in touch with the appropriate organization. It's also critical to be mindful of any possible con artists. No government agency will contact you by phone, email, or text during this time to request personal information or payment-related costs. Instead, you should always confirm the legitimacy of anybody claiming to represent a government office by contacting the official phone number for that organization. As we wrap off our breaking news coverage, we want to stress how important it is to remain informed. The financial environment is ever-changing, and initiatives such as these are a part of continuous efforts to offer assistance in difficult circumstances. For the most recent information, check out reputable news outlets and official government websites. These payments are an important attempt to help millions of Americans during difficult economic times by giving them cash support. This unprecedented triple release of funds has spurred questions about the broader consequences for the economy and social safety net programs. Many economists are closely monitoring how this plays out. Details can help ensure you receive the support you're entitled to. Cash inflows will affect inflation rates for consumer expenditure and the recovery of the economy as a whole. Some contend that these upfront payments are a practical means of starting the economy from scratch. Others, however, voice worries about possible inflationary pressures. Financial advisors typically advise taking a more strategic approach in this situation, even though there may be a strong temptation to use the funds for discretionary expenditure. For those receiving these payments, it's crucial to think about both the long-term financial picture and urgent requirements. Could entail making or updating a family budget, putting money aside for unforeseen expenses, or making investments in education or personal growth that could enhance long-term financial stability. Remember that these payments could potentially have an influence on, while attempts have been taken to avoid such implications, some beneficiaries may find that the additional income affects their eligibility for certain means. Tested benefits or changes their tax situation, among other elements of their financial situations. It's always a good idea to speak with a tax expert or financial advisor if you have any questions about how these payments can impact your entire financial situation. REL's disbursement of these monies also brings attention to the current discussion regarding the sufficiency. Proponents of increased social assistance contend that the necessity for these one-time payments indicates weaknesses in the current social safety net schemes. Others, however, view them as a fitting response to exceptional circumstances rather than a sign. It's crucial to be aware of additional resources that may be available for those who continue to struggle despite receiving these additional cash due to systemic inadequacies. Many municipalities offer local assistance programs, food banks, as well as additional assistance programs. Furthermore, state and federal agencies frequently offer programs to assist with certain needs like housing, healthcare, or job training. Don't be afraid to contact your local social services office or community organization for more information on available resources that you could have access to. Given the current state of the economy and the timing of these payments, it is imperative that people understand financial concepts and make plans for the future. Now may be a good moment for individuals and families to review their financial objectives. Think about strategies to strengthen their financial resilience and maybe look for tools to help them become better financial managers. Numerous community colleges and charity groups provide free or inexpensive financial education classes that can offer beneficial tools and perspectives for handling personal money. As word gets out about these payments, there will probably be more discussion in the public about economic policy, the role of government in helping citizens financially, and the best approaches to address economic instability and inequality. These are difficult problems with no simple solutions, but the discussions they generate can be important for influencing future legislative decisions and public perception of economic issues, which are currently the most pressing concern. For many, we'll be making sure they get the benefits to which they are legally entitled and allocating those sums in ways that best support their financial stability, such as paying off past due bills, making essential house repairs, or laying aside money for other goals. Set aside money for upcoming requirements. As we continue to navigate these extraordinary economic circumstances, these payments provide individuals with a chance to gain some financial breathing room. It's evident that adaptability guided decision-making, and while these payments provide short-term respite, community support will be crucial. They also serve as a reminder of the significance of continuous efforts to create a more resilient and equitable economic system for all Americans.